In the last lesson, we created a UI label, we resized it and positioned it using the size inspector. In this lesson, I just wanted to cover briefly how positioning works. So when you're designing your own apps, you'll be able to do it easily and quickly. So let's imagine we have an iPhone with a grid layout and we've positioned a UI label onto the screen. In order to position your designs on iOS, you have to imagine the screen as a graph that's reversed. So the top left corner is your origin, so 0, 0, and your x-axis extends horizontally to the right, and your y-axis extends downwards. So a normal graph, whereas the y-axis would be going up, in this case, the value increases as you go down the screen. Now, if we're looking at a iPhone 6, then the x-axis would be 375 points wide, and the y-axis would be 667 points long. Now you can find all of these values for different screen sizes on a website called Paint and Code, and I've included the link to the resource in the text below this video. So you can take a look at it and check out the different screen resolutions and sizes of all the iPhones. Now coming back to our canvas, when you're positioning your user interface elements, say this label that I've got on screen, the point that you're positioning is also the top left corner of that user interface element. So it could be a button or a label or whatever. And you're essentially specifying where that point lies on this graph. So it doesn't matter if your user interface element is a square or a rectangle or whatever. All that matters is the position of the top left corner. Everything else is determined by the size, so the width and the height. Now, if you imagine this square that we're trying to position on our iPhone 6 screen, we can first extend upwards to check out the X value, and then we extend horizontally to find the Y value. So say in this case, our X value is 46 and our Y value is 90. Then we can go over to our Xcode and position this square. So X value was 46 along the horizontal and Y value was 90 along the vertical. And there we go. It's designed and positioned exactly how we want it to be. So take a look at the different sizes of different screens, and you can try to play around with positioning in Xcode. So that was the lesson on positioning UI elements, and there's a couple more of these tutorials on how to design better in Xcode in order to equip you with the skills to make your app look more beautiful. In the next lesson, we're going to be incorporating image assets, and we're going to be using image views to display our diamond on the screen. So I'll see you in the next lesson.